What's going on, everyone? This is Clark Kent, and I need to tell you about the single most psychologically and physically brutal fight I've ever been in. It wasn't against Darkseid. It wasn't against Doomsday. It was against someone who was supposed to be on my side. This is my account of Round 3 in the Heart of Apokolips, my fight against Captain Atom in DCKO. And by the end, I have a realization that changes everything. A lot of people might not know Nathaniel Christopher Atom, Captain Atom, but you need to understand something right now. He is, on a purely physical and metaphysical level, one of the most powerful beings in existence. I'll show you what I mean. But first, you have to understand his mindset. He laid it out for me. Grew up in a small town, felt he had no control over his future. So, he took control. Joined the Air Force. When his country asked for a sacrifice, he made it. He volunteered for Project Atom, a nuclear experiment that didn't kill him, it rebirthed him. It bonded him to an alien metal called Dilustel, and it gave him a connection to the quantum field. In practical terms, it means his power is only limited by his imagination. He can manipulate matter, energy, space, time. He is a conscious, walking Big Bang. To think I could beat him in a straight fight is naive, and I'm not naive. But power isn't the problem. It's perspective. He said to me, atoms have a bad rap, seen as explosive, destructive, but they're the building blocks of everything. He was talking about himself. The power inside him is massive, and to win this tournament, he decided to finally embrace being what he's always denied, a god. I was angry, furious. In the previous round, he took out Kara, my cousin. He called it friendly fire, a necessary sacrifice to advance. He didn't get it, or maybe he got it too well. We are at war, he said, and in war, you make sacrifices. He stood there, asking me if I was done yelling. Here's what I saw, he said. You were down for the count. Lex and Joker were winning, and you were too worried about everyone else to do what was needed. He threw Batman's own warning back in my face. Get your head in the game. You can be mad at me all you want, he finished, but my guess is things are only going to get harder from here. I told him we'd have a long talk when this was over. He gave me a mocking, "Sir, yes, sir." Then the Heart of Apokolips announced the next round. Nathaniel didn't care. Superman's not going to like that, he said, to no one but himself. But I don't answer to him. The Time Trappers said we had to show no mercy, to be like Darkseid. He had the power and the experience. He was going to win, no matter who he had to fight. And the Heart made sure his next fight was me. The rules were simple and brutal. A contest of hand-to-hand combat. Best 2 out of 3 wins. But the twist? When a contestant loses a round, they get to choose a new form for the next one. A new version of themselves from across the multiverse to ensure victory. The only way forward was to fight. The arena it generated, it was Metropolis, my city, but it was wrong. A perfect, silent replicon. Nathaniel noticed it too. The Heart gave you home court advantage, but we both felt it. Something was missing. The life, the soul. It was a prop, designed to mess with us, to make me hesitate, worrying about civilians that didn't exist. I tried to reason with him. It chose the two of us for a reason, Nathaniel. We have to be careful. He shook his head. There you go again, Superman. Not getting it. I'm playing to win. He looked me dead in the eye. Can you say the same? Then he hit me. I wasn't ready for the sheer force, not just physical strength, but quantum energy layered into the punch. It sent me flying through a skyscraper. Captain Atom, what are you doing? I shouted. The Heart manufactures realities. These buildings could be full of real people. That's debatable. he said, already charging for another attack. It's really not. He thought I was holding back. He wanted me to cut loose. You and I have fought before, he said, trading blows that shook the fake city. But this time, we really need to go for it. No mercy. I said I'd find another way. His response chilled me. It's best that I win, big guy, because at the end of the day, you just don't have what it takes. He materialized new constructs around his hands. You know how this all ends, right? The winner gets the power to kill Darkseid. I know you've had run-ins with kryptonite recently, but can you survive this? Red Sun energy. And kryptonite. A 1-2 punch designed to erase me. I pushed back. Maybe you're right. Maybe I can't be that ruthless. But I know you, Nathan. You would never kill in cold blood. You don't know me, he roared, and I saw a lifetime of pain in his eyes. Or what I've been through. Think about every time my suit has been destroyed and I exploded. All those times I was launched across time and space, lost, and you never once looked for me. And then he did it. He started to siphon my energy, my life force, my very solar essence. What are you doing? I gasped, feeling a cold void spreading inside me. You could say I'm draining your power, he said matter-of-factly. All of it. Until your atoms turn to nothingness. Or you could say, I'm helping you. You never wanted this tournament. I'm helping you leave it. For good. He drained me until there was nothing left. I felt myself dissolve. Then the fire pits erupted. I was reconstituted, respawned. Round 1 was over unfunded. He'd won. And I felt it. The Omega Energy, a tiny, intoxicating trickle awarded to the victor. Nathaniel felt it too, tenfold undefined. Can you feel that? He said, almost euphoric. The heart, the fires are burning. We are getting closer to the center and its power. It's unlike anything I've ever felt. With this, we can stop Darkseid. We can save the world. The heart confirmed it. Round 1, combatant regeneration complete. I looked at him, this man glowing with alien power. After what you did to Supergirl, I said, I wonder if that's the power talking, or are you really just out for yourself? He didn't flinch. I'm not sorry for taking out your cousin or beating the crap out of you, Boy Scout. This is the whole point. We are at war, and I'm doing what you won't do. It was the same message. From Batman before this started, from Lex Luthor in the last round, and now from him. You won't do what's necessary. The heart spoke again. Round 2 begins. Choose your form. Choose the arena. Nathaniel's eyes lit up. I know exactly what to do. The best strategy is to bring my biggest weapon. I knew what he was picking. I had only seconds to counter. I had to think of a form that could survive what was coming, if only for a moment. The heart announced our choices. Monarch. Superman Prime. A version of Captain Atom from a reality where he absorbed every other Captain Atom across the multiverse. A god who could control time and space. And my choice? A future version of myself from the 853rd century, wielding near infinite power after a lifetime absorbing solar radiation. Nathaniel saw it as a sign of agreement. In some realities, I was Monarch, a god. You took a future form, too undefined. Maybe we're finally seeing eye to eye on why we're here. Then he attacked. And even as Superman Prime, I was on the defensive. My hometown, he taunted as we fought over a replicated Kansas field. If you're trying to hit me in the fields, you thought wrong. You're just reminding me what I'm fighting for. We're on the same page, Cap, I yelled back, blocking a blast that would have unraveled a galaxy. We want to save the people we love, the world we love. Then fight for it. So I did. I turned and flew, not in retreat, but in strategy. Running won't help you, Superman. Monarch's voice boomed across space. I'm not running. In a flash, we were there. The sun, my source of power. The sun? Monarch scoffed, looming over the solar inferno. Planning to absorb more radiation? I'll just drain that too. No, I said. I'm doing a trick the Flash told me about once, but I needed this form to gather enough strength. I took the deepest breath I've ever taken. I inhaled the energy of a lifetime in the sun, and then I exhaled. Not heat, not fire, but absolute hyper cold. A blast that could slow atomic motion to a near standstill. I can't move, Monarch cried out, his quantum form slowing, crystallizing. What did you do? Atoms and quantum fields can be slowed by extreme cold, I said, pouring every last joule of my prime energy into the freeze, including us. But I have just enough power left to outlast you. And I did. The monumental form of Monarch froze solid, then shattered. Round 2, combatant regeneration complete. We were back in the neutral arena, 1 round each, final round. I'm sorry for what happens next, Captain Atom, I said, feeling the corrupting lure of the Omega Energy I just won. I know what I did wrong last time, he muttered. Be careful, I urged. No matter what we do here, we need to be ourselves. We cannot lose who we are in this twisted game. Just now, I felt that power pounding. It was intoxicating. But can't you see? The closer we get to the heart, the more it manipulates us. He wasn't listening. A terrifying resolve settled on his face. Sorry, I know what needs to be done. Instead of choosing one life form, the air crackled with impossible energy. I will choose all of them. I am all power. The heart announced it. He had chosen to become the fundamental force of Captain Atom. Every iteration across all time and space combined into one singular, omnipotent concept of quantum might. The heart tried to generate an arena, and Nathaniel, he resisted. He pushed against it. I can control time, space, and all reality with all my selves combined, he declared. I am the heart's equal. We do not need to fight each other now. He was cheating, trying to hijack the tournament's power directly from the source. The fire pits dimmed, Atom, I shouted. The heart sees the cheat. I'm not cheating. I'm taking this fight directly to the Game Master. The Time Trapper warned us the heart would defend itself. He didn't listen. He reached out with his totality of power. I can feel it, reality itself, beating in my hands. I only have to seize it. And the heart struck back. It was instantaneous. A recoil of such magnitude, it didn't hurt him. It unmade him, piece by piece. He was flung backward, not through space, but through his own timeline. What's happening? He cried out, disoriented. You challenged the heart, I called after him. So it's using your powers against you. It's pushing you backward into your own history. It doesn't matter. Then I'll play the game its way, and I will win no matter what. What's gotten into you, Nathaniel? He finally confessed, his voice breaking across the time stream. When we entered the tournament, The heart showed me the world I could create. A world where a soldier like me is not needed. It was so much more than that. For the first time in my whole life, I felt like I had control over my own future, like my destiny was mine to decide. He looked at me with pity. But you, I bet it showed you the world exactly as it was. You'd put everything right back the same way. You wouldn't change a thing. Lex's words echoed in his. Everyone thinks I'm a preservationist, a maintainer of a flawed status quo. It showed me what I wanted in my heart, I admitted, and I'm no better than you. But it is not my right to tell anyone what the world should be like. Then what are you doing here? He screamed. I trust my friends, I said, simple and true. While everyone else sought the power to remake reality in their image, I was there to stop Darkseid, and then to let reality be, to let people choose. If the heart wants to turn my history into a weapon, Nathaniel sneered, then I will use it. And he did. He began ripping chunks from his own past, wars, experiments, moments of pain and triumph, and hurling them at me like temporal shrapnel. He was tearing his own life apart to fuel his attack. Stop! I yelled. You don't know what that could do to your own history. You could break your past completely. History means nothing to me, he roared. What's the point of having it if I'm not willing to sacrifice it to save everyone? This has to be done, and I'm the one to do it. He fashioned the culmination of his origin, the nuclear blast, the bonding with Dillistel, into a bomb and threw it at me. There was no dodging. It was the concept of his birth as a weapon. It hit, and for a moment I thought it was over. I felt all of creation blink. Nathaniel stood amidst the silent nothingness. Everything is gone, he whispered, awed. My past, my life, undefined, all broken. A smile touched his lips, but it was worth it, to finally have control over my own future. He turned triumphant. That was 2. The fight is over. I won. Do you hear that, heart? I won. The world will be... He stopped because he hadn't won. I manifested before him, my form shimmering with a strange new energy, a blend of Kryptonian biology and quantum signature. You made a mistake, Captain, I said, my voice echoing with dual power. But you're too corrupted by the heart to see it. What? How? Your stunt. It somehow combined both of our powers, and I will use them against you. I reached out. I'll drain your energy, the same way you drained mine. He panicked. I can control time. I'll rewind to the start of this round. I can't let you do that, Captain. I began to siphon, not just solar energy, but quantum energy, the very essence of his being. He was destabilizing. If I explode now, he gasped, realizing his doom, I will teleport out of the competition. There's no telling where or when I could land. I will not be in control. I met his eyes, filled with a sorrow that weighed more than a planet. I know. I'm sorry, Captain Atom. And I pulled the last of the energy from him. He didn't explode. He dissipated. A brilliant, silent flash of white light, and he was gone. Teleported away by his own failing quantum state, lost to time and space. The victory was mine. The Omega energy flooded into me, stronger this time, a dark and heady rush. I had advanced. But as I stood there, I thought of the watchtower, of the warning we'd missed, because as my fight ended, another began. Booster Goal, possessed by the spirit of Darkseid, revealed his true colors. He turned on the Time Trapper Doomsday and the World Forger. "Your hope blinded you," he told them. "There are no paths to a future that is not mine." They were right. We should have listened. You cannot fight Darkseid and win. Not unless you're willing to become something you're not. And that's my announcement. This fight, it changed the rules, for me and for everyone. The lines are blurring, the mission is corrupting, and I have to decide how far I'm willing to go. But that's a conversation for next time. For now, stay safe, look out for each other, and remember what we're really fighting for. I'll see you in the next round.